Hi beautiful beings, my name is Brittany and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm going to be talking about finding balance with structure and flow, and specifically answering this question I got, which was, how do you have structure to your life without losing spontaneity? I'm so excited to get into the video you're about to watch, and beforehand I want to mention that I have a brand new website. I'm so excited about it, and I'm really excited to invite you to check it out. One thing you might like to do over there is, first thing on the homepage, you can sign up for the free newsletter where I'll send you cool stuff, posts, discounts. I've been blogging more. I've been sharing more of my Instagram posts, my YouTube videos, so if you want to stay up to date, that's a great way. You can also check out the programs I offer, the coaching programs I offer, also the virtual programs I offer, and generally just get a sense for what I am sharing with the world. If it resonates with you, I'd love for you to be a part of it. I just posted a couple days ago on Instagram, which is what I got this response to, and I want to read the first paragraph of the post. Where is your structure? Where is your flow? Do they support one another? How does duality show up in your world? Does it feel integrated? Do you feel integrated? Living in integrity as a whole harmonious being. Do you feel balanced? Do the practices of your daily life help you feel grounded, open, and expansive? I love this topic so much. I feel like the merging of dualities, the existing of both cohesively, symbiotically with one another, is definitely a theme showing up in the world right now. And to find balance externally in our lives, we have to find balance internally. And looking at our life situation is a great way to go about seeing where we feel like we have the structure that we need, where we have the flow that we need, and where we feel out of whack. So this is the kind of thing I love doing in my own life. This is what I love doing with coaching clients. It's really fun to set goals and have these big visions and to reach for our dreams. And what I find that it really comes down to is, what are the details of our daily life? What is our daily living actually like? And are we creating the rituals, the routines that are going to give us the foundation and the space and support to do those things that we want to do? And reaching for the stars really involves both. It involves this structure, this more like masculine energy of form, and it requires flow and inspiration and receptivity, that more feminine. And what I feel is that if you really get down to, there's so much talk about divine masculine, divine feminine, and when you get down to the root of divinity, it's all one and the same. So what I want to talk about today is how to find that cohesion, how to find a space where you can have both. And I want to offer you some tools here. The first tool I would recommend is thinking about those questions that are proposed at the beginning of this video, and I have them in the description box below. Really feeling like, where is the structure in your life? Where is the flow? Do you feel like you're living in integrity? Where do you feel off balance? Get a sense for where you feel like, okay, I really got that. Maybe it's that you're really good at going to bed at the same time and waking up every time, and that feels like a ritual that is right for you right now. Or maybe it's that you feel like you want to work on that because you're not really in flow there. Or maybe it feels like what you need to work on is your movement practice, or how you eat, or how you do business. Whatever the thing is, feel into where you feel like you got it going on and where you feel like and see where you tend towards. Do you tend towards too much structure, not enough structure, too much flow, not enough flow? Another couple questions I'd invite you to answer are, what daily practices or rituals do you have in place that feel really grounding and supportive for you? And then what are some that you'd like to incorporate? I love when other people pull on personal experience because I feel like I learn best from stories. And that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody else's story completely resonates with me, but in hearing it, I get to feel the parts that do resonate and then the parts that I would do differently. And it sticks with me and feels like it applies to me much more easily than somebody just talking about theory. So I'm going to share about my own experience with this. I have been working with a coach, which I love doing. I am a coach and I've been coaching for almost a decade. And this is a coach that I worked with at the start of my journey about a decade ago. And I decided to work with her again about 4 months ago. So we're 4 months into our 5-month journey. And it's been so profound. And I love doing this because, for a couple of reasons. I love doing this because I think that coaches need coaches just as much as anyone else. And I love that I get to become a better coach for others by learning how to coach myself even better. So that's one reason this has been super profound for me. And also just the way I'm refining my skills as a human being are amazing. So something that I've done with her, which I've done with my clients as well, is to start with a time map and really see where you're spending your time in your day and where you want to be spending your time in your day. So, wow, what a profound experience to look at, like, realistically, where am I at? I'm saying these things are important to me, but what am I actually putting my time into? From there, you can create an ideal day, an ideal flow, and an ideal week. And I've been using this ideal week now for a couple of months, and my life has changed so profoundly. If that sounds like something you want to do and you want to get into more of the nuances of time maps, I recommend checking out the link below in the description box where I have a link to a time map you can get on my website. You can also sign up for coaching with me and then we can really dive in together. When designing my time map, so even if you're not going to do a time map, throw out that idea for a second. Think about what your big rocks are. Somebody once said, if you have a jar, you have to put the big rocks in first, and then you can put the small rocks in, and they'll all fall into place around it. So that's just always stuck with me, and I think about what are my big rocks? And those for me right now are mindfulness, movement, business. Those are the three, I have blocks of time every day for those three things. The other ones are relationship based. So I have blocks of time where I am just dedicated with Ilya, who's my child right now. I have blocks of time where I'm just dedicated with a partner right now, with another human being. I have dedicated time where I'm just with myself. So figuring out what your big rocks are and how often you want to be doing them. So for me, business, that's 6 days a week right now. Movement and mindfulness, that's 7 days a week right now. Ilya time, that is multiple times a day. I have chunks of just dedicated time with Ilya. And then you can see what other time you have left after you get your big rocks in. And your big rocks are going to be the things that you're really dedicated to in life right now, whatever that is for you. And then you can think about the other smaller stuff. So I wrote some of these down. Life tasks. So a couple times a week, I need to have a little batch of time where I can, go to the post office or do some computer tasks, etc. Community time. That's a time for me that I don't do as regularly. It's a smaller rock, but I want to have time with my community. Self-care time. Self-care I do every day, so that's part of my ritual, like my morning and evening rituals, but then on Sundays I have one block of self-care time. So that's a smaller rock in a way because it's not something that I'm visiting every day. So figure out, what are those big things you want to get in? What are the smaller things? And then I really like also paying attention to the open space. So as I'm setting myself up, again, whether you're using a time map or just sort of getting a sense for writing it down maybe, what are my big rocks? What's really important for me to hit on every day? And then what kind of free time do I want to have? Where do I want to either have scheduled, this is me taking care of me in this sort of way time, or this is me not having structure so that I can completely flow? What do you want that to look like? Get a sense for it. Just take the first steps. Sometimes that can be the most intimidating part. Actually, I think that's totally the most intimidating part, because once we start rolling with this, you know, whether that's you're thinking about it, you're talking to a friend about it, or you're writing it down, or maybe you went and you got the time map, you're using the time map, maybe we're coaching together, whatever it is, it's going to start to gain its own momentum. And then you're going to feel like, oh, wow, like I can really see how putting intention into this is going to bring about more of what I want. So thinking about this person who reached out to me, and how can you have both? I think the answer is with great intention and with great awareness around what you need right now in your life, and really treating yourself. And by that, I think that really means treating everybody, because when we take care of ourselves, we take care of everyone. Treating yourself to the life that really lights you up, and being aware that that will change and shift and grow. So that's where that awareness piece comes in. You're going to need different amounts of structure and flow at different times in your life. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. You can really set it up like anything you'd like. I love talking about this. I'm such a geek about planning, and I'm also a geek about flow and having a lot of spaciousness. I'd love to hear any sort of rituals or practices or things that are working for you around this, and how you're finding balance in your life. If you want to comment down below. I'd also love to hear from you if you're interested in coaching, so you can check out my page. I specialize in personal development, relationships, jealousy, pregnancy, parenting, postpartum, and I'm open to connecting around other things. It's really about that one-on-one relationship and how we resonate. So if you want to go, you can go over to my new website and check out my coaching page, see if it resonates with you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful day.